Hey everybody, hope everyone is having a great day. I know we're gearing up for the holiday next week. I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight, a little bit of instruction here on your upcoming lit review, which is going to be due on Sunday evening. I wanted to show you an example of what this can look like if you're unfamiliar with putting together a lit review or writing annotated bibliographies. You have some resources and some samples in the direction document that's on Canvas for you, but I wanted to walk you through a sample lit review from start to finish just so you can see what it looks like when it's all put together, just in case you are struggling with the first steps or getting started. So the very first step to putting the lit review together is you have to review the literature, right? That's what a lit review is. It's a review of the current literature out there on a topic or your variables of interest, whatever it is that you're trying to investigate in the sciences. And so your first job is to select your 3 scholarly sources that you're going to be using ultimately for the lit review, which will then help you to put your final project, your application project, your presentation together. So once you've found your 3 resources, now these can be articles that are found through our library database, which you have links to. This can be interviews with experts in the field. It could be a documentary, but we're looking for scholarly sources. So we really want to try to stick to those peer-reviewed scientific articles and research papers. So your library database or the APA, American Psychological Databases, or if you're a student at another college somewhere, you may have access to other databases as well. But that's where we really want to go to find those real peer-reviewed, empirically referenced scientific sources. So we're going to stay away, from websites and blogs and things like that. Now, Google Scholar can be a resource for you. So you can type in Google Scholar into the Google search engine and you'll see their own databases that populate there as well. But you may have a hard time accessing those articles through Google Scholar. So the best place to start off is to find these articles, again, through our own library database. And you have some directions on how to do that in the document that's on Canvas for you. So I just wanted to show you briefly, this is what a lit review looks like when it's all put together. So you'll see in this sample review, you have a title page. Okay, you'll have a title, you'll have your name, okay, and you can put a TCC there if you would like. On the next page, you'll have the abstract. The abstract is simply a very short 150 word or less summary of what your lit review is going to be entailing or what we're going to be learning from reading your lit review. The next page, you'll start off your literature review. You'll have an introduction paragraph or a few paragraphs. It can be one paragraph or you can break it into a few smaller paragraphs where you're going to be introducing the topic that you're going to be discussing. So generally speaking, what did you find out when you investigated and combed through the literature on your topic? And as you can see, you can break your literature review down into different sections. You can have different headings here to let your reader know what the next section is going to be about. And as you can see, this student has cited properly in APA format the literature that they use to put this together, right? So anytime you are taking information from one of your articles, especially if you're quoting from the article, but even if you're just paraphrasing, we want to make sure that we do put that in-text citation in there. So you would put the author's last names and the date of the article in which it was published. And your literature review, we're just looking for 2 pages maximum, right? So it doesn't have to be extensive. It's a very brief review of the articles that you found, but we're going to make sure, as I pointed out, that we are citing whenever we're taking information from those articles that we found and that we're using. After your literature review, you're going to include your annotated bibliography. So this is a chance for you to take your research articles, and before you start writing your lit review, you're going to take them, and I would suggest doing this portion first. So you're going to take your article and you're going to jot down the most important aspects of that article. And you have some directions on how to do this in your directions document on Canvas. So what were the variables of interest? What was the hypothesis? What were the methods? What were the overall conclusions, right? What did the researchers at the end of the day, what did they find out? You know, why is this information important for us to know? So you will have your reference here. So your citation, where you got your source from. Okay, there's called a hanging indent. So typically we would have all the other lines after the first one indented. And then you'll have a brief paragraph or two small paragraphs giving, again, an overview of the article. So this helps you to get used to picking out the most important pieces of research. Sometimes these articles are pretty lengthy, so it's nice, it's a helpful tool to be able to learn to pick out and parse out what is the most important or pertinent to whatever it is that you're investigating. So as you can see, this student has all three articles, all three sources listed here with the correct citation, with the correct references, and they have a brief paragraph or two small paragraphs underneath the block citation there that explains what information was gleaned from those articles. And so you'll use the annotated bibliography information, those key points that you were able to pull out from the articles, to put your lit review together. But the way that it's structured in a paper is we would have the lit review first, and then our annotated bibliography comes afterwards. Okay? So you're going to be using your articles to pick out the important pieces, which go into your annotated bibliography. And then after you get those important pieces, you put them together in a cohesive, integrated way into your paper. And then my hope is that you will use this paper, you'll use what you learned, what you got out of your articles, and you will be able to use it to support and put together and create your PowerPoint presentation, which is ultimately about how does psychology play a role in your future career. So this particular student's paper that we're taking a look at, she's a pre-nursing student, so she wanted to investigate how psychology plays a role in our health professions. And so she found some articles to support different therapies and usages, some training techniques that are being used in the nursing field now, and how they correlate to the things that we've talked about in the class. So you'll be using this research to create and put together your PowerPoint presentation. So if you have any questions about the lit review and about how to find these articles or how to interpret them, please reach out and let me know. But I am excited and looking forward to looking at all of your hard work and seeing how your projects are coming together. All right, so that's a little overview of the lit review. And again, let me know if you have questions, and I hope everybody has a fantastic week next week and you eat lots of turkey and you get to have fun and hang out and relax with family and friends. All right, take care.